Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way. Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome. You're tuned into 9 p.m. news on Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation. This is where every headline matters. Stay engaged. Follow us on Facebook at Psalm TV and stream live on YouTube at Psalm TV Live. This is where stories breathe. On the news tonight, Jigawa invests 4 billion naira in solar-powered energy push despite worsening power supply. Ekiti hires 250 health workers, renovates 103 PHCs to boost grassroots care. ADC files candidates in 20 Lagos local government areas, cites Supreme Court ruling on autonomy. International news. Hamas shifts strategy to capturing soldiers amidst Gaza war, seeks ceasefire leverage. Business news. NNPC considers selling government-owned refineries as cost. Technical issues mount. Entertainment news. Federal University Dosima denied involvement in the popular Hausa musician Rarara Music Conference. Sport news. Abeokuta to host African under-18, under-20 athletics champ, over 800 athletes expected. I'm Bridget James, and now the news in full. The Jigawa state government has invested 4 billion naira in future energies and a co-investor in Kano Electricity Distribution Company to boost electricity infrastructure. The deal includes constructing up to 10 megawatts of interconnected solar mini-grids and upgrading key infrastructure across several towns. FEA, through its subsidiary Bagaja Renewable, is near completion of a 500 key works mini-grids in Kafin, Hausa, and plans further projects in Hadija and Maigatari. Despite these efforts, residents across KEDEC coverage reports declining power supply. KEDCO attributes the shortfall to maintain work and reduce transmissions from the national grid. Ekiti state government has employed 250 nurses, midwives, and community health officers and commenced the renovations of 103 primary health care centers to enhance service delivery, particularly at the grassroots. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Oyebanji Finlani, announced this during a committee engagement in Otun, Ekiti. noting that all 177 PHCs in the state are offering free medication, while the government chairman praised the state's initiative for boosting health care access and outcomes. The African Democratic Congress has filed candidates in only the 20 constitutionally recognized local government areas in Lagos State Council election, citing the 2024 Supreme Court ruling affirming local government autonomy. ADC State Chairman George Ashiru, he explained the decision aligned with legal provisions and reflect the party's commitment to constitutional order. Although initially reluctant to participate, the party was compelled by its members to contest in its stronghold. Ashiru urged LASIX to ensure transparency in the poll. Meanwhile, the APC filed candidates in all 57 councils, followed by PDP and Labour Party with 45 and 22 respectively. Earlier this morning, report has it that several polling units in Ikoyi and Obalende, Lagos, experienced delayed start during Saturday's local government election as LASIEC officials failed to arrive on time. As of 8:51 a.m., many units remain deserted, with only a few voters and party agents waiting. In Obalende, youth played football on the road until security personnel intervened. While some units later began setup, voters' turnout remained low despite appeal from Governor Sanwo-Olu. In Ikorodu's Ward A, election materials arrived, but voting was stalled due to logistical issues. The election is set to fill 57 chairmanship and 376 councillorship seats across Lagos. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his wife, Dr. Ibejoke Sanwo-Olu, cast their vote around 11 a.m. on Saturday at polling units 006 Ward E, located at St. Stephen's Nursery and Primary Schools. Adeniji Adele, Lagos Island, voting at the unit commenced at 8 a.m. to elect the chairman and councillors for the Lagos Island local government area. The governor's media aide, Jibril Gawad, also voted at the same unit. The local government election is taking place across 20 local government areas and 37 LCDAs in the state. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission has described the Lagos State local government election held on Saturday as peaceful and orderly. Acting Zonal Director of the EFCC Lagos Directorate 2, ACE 1 Ahmed Gali, gave the assessment while monitoring polling units across the state. He reported no incidents of malpractice and commended the conduct of voters, officials, and security personnel. Although some areas experienced delays due to logistical challenges, Charlie said the situation was under control. The EFCC confirmed it will continue monitoring the process until voting concluded. People's Democratic Party chieftains, Chief Bode George, has criticized defectors from the PDP to the All Progressive Congress, accusing them of being driven by personal ambition and self-interest in an interview with Arise TV. George questions the rationale behind the defections amidst worsening economic conditions, saying the move betrays the PDP's founding principles of equity and inclusion. He described the PDP as a deeply rooted party and urged former members to return, contrasting its stability with what the term the fragility of new political alliances. The Delta State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Renewal, Michael Anoka, has revealed that the recently collapsed two-story building near Asaba International Airport had no approved building plan. He blamed the incidents on use of substandard materials and an unqualified site engineer. Anoka said the developer had previously been issued stop work notice but resumed constructions unlawfully. He added that the state has introduced the digital monitoring system to track approval and prevent illegal developments. No casualties were reported, though some individuals were initially trapped and later rescued. Katsina State Governor Diko Rada has suspended key officials of the Bada Ruga Reformatory Center following confirmed reports of torture that led to the amputations of an inmate's hand. Those suspended include the principal, vice principal, and a porter, while a casual staff member was dismissed. The state will fund the victims' medical treatment and provide a 35 million naira sensor-enabled prosthetic hand. Rada also approved upgraded to the facility and tasked the committee to implement reforms and ensure accountability. The federal government has secured 44 new convictions in terrorism financing cases during the 7th phase of the Kainji detention facility trials, bringing the total to 785 terrorism-related convictions. 10 cases were adjourned across 4 federal high courts. Sentence ranged from 10 to 30 years with hard labor. The National Counter-Terrorism Center stated that the verdict reflects Nigerians' continued effort to dismantle terrorist network and uphold justice. In the 6th phase, 200 convictions were secured from 237 cases involving severe crimes including adoptions and attack on civilians in Borno State. Akwa Ibom State Governor Omo Eno has approved 1,194 billion naira for the upgrades of facilities at Victor Ota International Airport, with an 8-week deadline set for the resumption of night flights. The funding will cover the replacement of navigational aids, airfield lighting upgrades, and payments to the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency. The governor emphasized adherence to quality standards and timelines, warning of sanctions for delays. The initiative aligns with his broader plans to develop world-class aviation infrastructure, including ongoing projects such as a new terminal, access routes, and security system. Members of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Federal Polytechnic, Ekwerre, Bayelsa State, protested on Friday over the non-payment of their June 2025 salaries and check-off dues. The workers shut down the institution's liaison's office and the rector's lodge in the Yenagoas, accusing Rector Dr. Lukman Adegote of abuse of office and ignoring an earlier agreement for an out-of-court settlement following a recent strike. NASU leader criticized the rector for withholding salaries, halting appraisals, and sacking staff without due process. They also accused the institution's governing councils of complacency, union leaders from other institutions, and pledged solidarity and called for swift federal intervention. The rector was unavailable for comments. Let's take a brief commercial break. We'll be right back with more exciting updates on Super Media Television. Please don't go away.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Turabo Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic website and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
Welcome back. The Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council has pledged to collaborate with business owners across Nasarawa State and 13 local government areas to strengthen the local economy. During a town hall meeting in Lafia, PEBEC Director General Zara Mustafa Audu emphasized the importance of state-level reform under the SABA program, a joint initiative with the World Bank. She highlighted the role of state in deriving business growth through effective policy and service delivery. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule, represented by his deputy, noted significant reforms, including faster land documentations and the creations of investment-friendly agencies. Officials reported that 15 business-related reforms have already been implemented, while stakeholders praised ongoing efforts and called for wider awareness of available initiative. 3 police officers were killed during a gun battle with suspected members of the Lakrawa group in Zogira Bunza local government of Kebbi State on Friday evening. According to police spokesperson CSP Nafiu Abubakar, the officers engaged the assailants while responding to an attempted attack on commuters. Several of the attackers were reportedly neutralized, while others fled with injuries. Reinforcements arrived from Birnin Kebbi, but the gunmen had retreated into the forest. The State Police Commissioner praised the fallen officers and urged residents to remain alert and report suspicious activities. Kano State has proposed the creation of a new state from its current territory and the establishment of 26 additional local government areas in a memorandum submitted to the House of Representatives Committee on Constitution Review. Presenting the proposals at the Northwest Zonal Public Hearing in Kaduna, Deputy Governor Aminu Abdulsalam Gwarzo cited the need to improve governance and meet growing developmental demands. The memorandum endorsed by Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf also called for full constitutional recognition of local government as a third tier of government, the creation of state police with clarity, defined rules, and enhanced constitutional roles for traditional rulers. Kano further advocated a revised revenue sharing the formula to reduce the federal government's share and increase allocations to state and local governments, as well as stronger representations of women in legislature. Adamawa State Governor Amadou Fintiri has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Lamurde local government area following continued communal clashes between the Chibo and Bachama communities. The violence rooted in a long-standing land dispute unresolved by the court escalated earlier in the week with the burning of 33 huts and 3 houses. Announcing the curfew on Saturday, the governor's chief press secretary, Homwashi Wonoshiko, said it takes immediate effect and will remain in force until further notice. Fintiri described the unrest as unacceptable and directed security agencies to enforce the order strictly, warning that violators will be arrested and prosecuted. He urged residents to remain calm, avoid spreading misinformation, and assured that the government is committed to restoring peace and safeguarding lives and property. The Nigerian Defense Headquarters reported significant successes in counter-terrorism operations across multiple regions. A senior ISWAP commander, IBN Ali, surrendered in Borno State with weapons. Troops killed numerous terrorists, arrested suspects, and rescued kidnapped victims, and recovered arms and explosives in the northeast, northwest, and north-central zones. In the Niger Delta, oil theft worth over 263 million naira was thwarted. In the southeast, security forces arrested a key IPOB ESN logistic supplier and several accomplices. The New Nigeria People Party has explained its absence from the Lagos local government election, citing unresolved internal disputes and delays by INEC in updating party leadership records. According to National Publicity Secretary Ogini Olaposi, the crisis stemmed from a leadership tussle involving the Kwankwaso-led faction. As a result, the party was unable to organize campaigns or filed candidates. However, following a recent NEC meeting, members were directed to support a like-minded party in the election. The Southwest Caucus of the People's Democratic Party has rejected the proposed political coalition involving Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Nasir El-Rufai, reaffirming its loyalty to the PDP at a meeting in Ibadan. Leaders including Governor Seyi Makinde and Ademola Adeleke and other stakeholders expressed confidence in the PDP unity and readiness for upcoming elections. Makinde dismissed the coalitions as inconsequential and criticized its prominence for lacking consistency. The caucus backed the PDP National Working Committee's openness to alliance with like-minded individuals, but emphasized that the party's structure remains intact. Meanwhile, assumed PDP chairman Sunday BC warned federal lawmakers from the state against defecting, condemning such moves as betrayal and vowing internal consequences. Human rights lawyer Femi Falala has cautioned African leaders against hastily signing international agreements that may undermine the continent's sovereignty and promote a neo-colonial interest. Speaking at the ICOLAC's 25th conference organized by the Law Students Society of Obafemi Awolowo University, Falala urged legal professionals to scrutinize such deal to protect Africans' future. Osun State Deputy Governor Prince Kola Adeusi, representing Governor Ademola Adeleke, commended the students for their initiative. Law Student Society President Kayode Taiwo Matthew highlighted the group's achievements, including a 40 million naira emergency fund and a paid legal internship scheme for members. The Enugu state government has inaugurated a central planning committee for the 2026 Enugu Tech Festival, comprising a local organizing committee and an advisory board with notable tech professionals from within and outside Nigeria. Commissioner for Innovation, Science and Technology, Dr. Lawrence Eze, announced the event will take place from February 24th to 27, 2026, under the theme Call to Quote, Energy in New Form. He said the festival aligned with Governor Peter Mba's vision to transform Enugu into a technology hub and will build on the success of its debut edition. Festivals focused on innovations, entrepreneurship, and sustainable energy, drawing inspiration from global events like Viva Tech 2025 in Paris. Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otis reaffirmed his administration's commitment to maintaining security across the state, vowing not to cede any territory to criminal elements. Speaking at the launch of the Abia State Security Trust Fund in Umuahia, Oti urged residents to remain vigilant and engage in security matters. He described the trust fund as part of a broader strategy focused on crime prevention and resource mobilization in line with the 2024 Abia State Security Trust Fund law. Highlighting efforts like Operation Crush, Oti said the state has become more secure and pledged that all funds raised will be transparently managed to strengthen the state security infrastructure. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has handed over APC leadership in Akwa Ibom State to Governor Omo Eno, describing the move as a unifying mega. At a stakeholders meeting in Uyo, Eno urged party members to embrace the transition with unity and cooperation. He pledged to work with the party for state development, while APC leaders praised his inclusive leadership and pledged their support. Police in Anambra State recovered an abandoned AK-47 rifle in a residential building under renovations in Ikpoku, Ogwata local government area, following a tip-off from local residents. Authorities suspect the weapon belongs to a man identified as Samson, a known figure who has been missing since June 2024. The police are working to locate him. Commissioner of Police Ikeyo Orutugu commended the community for their vigilance and encouraged continued cooperation in ensuring public safety. Let's now step aside for a brief commercial break, after which there's still plenty more to come right here on Sam TV. Please don't go away.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.
Welcome back. Coming up next are the international business, sports, and entertainment news. On the international news, as Israeli military campaign in Gaza continues, Hamas has shifted focus towards capturing an Israeli soldier or remnants, aiming to gain leverage in ongoing ceasefire negotiation. A recent failed abduction attempt in Khan Younis, which resulted in the death of an Israeli soldier, underscored the group's renewed strategy. Analysts say Hamas, though militarily weakened, remains capable of guerrilla-style operations with only a few hundred fighters operating in Gaza. Israeli officials claim to have killed most of Hamas commanders and up to 23,000 militants. Though figures are unverified, despite its losses, Hamas continue to exploit physiological and propaganda tactics, broadcasting attack footage to demoralize Israeli forces and public. In business news, the group CEO of NNPC Limited, Bayo Ojularo, has indicated that the sale of the Port Harcourt, Warri and Kaduna refineries is being considered as part of an ongoing strategies review. Speaking to Bloomberg during the OPEC seminars in Vietnam, Ojulari noted that despite significant investments, the aging infrastructure and technical challenges have complicated refinery rehabilitation efforts. He stressed that all options, including divestments, remained on the table pending the outcome of the review expected by year-end. He also revealed that Nigeria's current oil production costs are between $25 and $30 per barrel due to security-related investments, and the country aims to reach 1.9 million barrels per day by December. Businessman Aliko Dangote expressed skepticism over the viability of the refineries, citing past failures and outdated systems despite $18 billion in investments. On entertainment news, a proposal international conference on the songs of Hausa musician Dauda Kahuta Rarara has sparked controversy after the Federal University docent denied involvement despite its name appearing on promotional materials. The university stated it had no agreement with the organizers, Pleasant College of Advanced Studies, and disassociation from the event. Academics named as participants, including Professor Abdallah Uba Adamu and Ambassador Ahmed Rufai Abubakar. They also denied consent. PCAS, however, insisted that prior arrangements were made with FUDMA representatives and issued apologies for the mix-up. The college planned to proceed with the conference, now backed by other scholars and institutions. President Bola Tinubu has endorsed the 2025 editions of All African Music Awards, scheduled to take place in Lagos from November 25th to 30th. Following a request from the African Union Commission, the federal government inaugurated a local organizing committee led by the Ministry of Arts, Culture, Tourism, and Creative Economy, in collaboration with Lagos State and the Afirma International Committee. Speaking at the inauguration, Minister Hannatu Musa Musawa emphasized the event's alignment with the President's vision of using the creative sector to derive economic growth and national development. AFRIMA 2025 themed Unstoppable Africa will include a series of cultural and business events celebrating African music and talents. AFRIMA President Mike Dada and ministry officials praised the federal government's swift support, describing it as a strong statement of commitment to the continent's creative industry. On sport news, the city of Abeokuta, Ogun State, is set to host the third editions of the combined African Under-18 and Under-20 Athletes Championship from July 16 to 20th, following the withdrawal of Madagascar and Algeria. Over 800 athletes from across the continent are expected to compete at the MKO Abiola Stadium, with top athletics nations such as Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya aiming for dominance. The event, which merges the previously separate youth and junior championships, serve as a platform for discovering emerging African talents. Notable athletes like Toby Omusan and Letsile Tobogo trace their route to previous editions. Local Organizing Committee Chairman and NSC Director General Bukola Olopade, they expressed optimism about delivering the best edition yet. While participating nations, they reaffirmed their commitment to strong performances. Nigerian Athletics Federations emphasized talent exposure over pressure for medals, while South Africa and Kenya pledged to file full-strength squads. Organizers and former athletes says the competition will play a crucial role in preparing the continent's next generations of elite competitors. And that brings us to the end of the 9 p.m. news for today. Now a quick recap of the top stories. We brought you a report that Jigawa State government has invested 4 billion naira in a solar-powered energy initiative through Future Energies, African to improve electricity access, even as residents continue to face worsening power supply. In Ekiti, 250 health workers have been hired and 103 primary healthcare centers are being renovated to strengthen grassroots medical care. Over in Lagos, the African Democratic Congress is filing candidates in only 20 constitutionally recognized local government areas, citing a Supreme Court ruling on local government autonomy. On the international scene, we reported that Hamas has shifted its strategy in the ongoing Gaza conflict, now focusing on capturing Israeli soldiers to gain leverage in ceasefire negotiation. In business, the NNPC is considering selling Nigerian state-owned refineries amidst rising operational costs and persistent technical setback. From the world of entertainment, Federal University docent denied any affiliations with a planned music conference and popular house of musicians, Rarara, despite being listed as partners. And in sports, Abeokuta is set to host the African Under-18 and Under-20 Athletics Championship, welcoming over 800 athletes from across the continent. Stay with us for more exciting lineup of program and updates. I'm Bridget James. Thank you for watching and good evening.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.